All right, we're continuing. We're at page 19. It's about 40 pages, 44, or some odd pages. So here we go. Colonization. Ionizing particles smaller than the leaf, larger than the tree of Tao, equal to the puff of carbon airborne. It is seen at the start, the first exhalation from a generous leaf, delivering needed size of plenty. So one day, two eyes can decipher the plant, the liquid on the carved, neat live root, belonging to the same chip, the same skin. Can read education in the author, can divorce the plain, saltless army. The pixel chorus, the mature audience, the sound of ink, the silent concept in the red brain. Permit. Chronological. The steps freely express a non-word or two, language truncated or lost or devised down to a century of cognition or a nickel's worth of upside-down wisdom. Not holding its fluid, it spills to the center of the ground. No context, no container, nothing is retained. The movement, the anti, the thesis pushing out, crossed out humanity, reverenced to a wall made of arms, militia, arsenal. A faint, muffled single scream on a distant bridge. And she small is crushed in a politic, nutrient extractive, the loophole. A getaway idea out of fuel, reaching for a crinkle, a useless bottomless bag torn and soiled and damp. Resulting in a cufflink or a sock with a hole, or a desperate ride into oblivion, a destination, a starting point, wilting blessings under one arm, the rider in a distant sun quickly departing, surrounded by daydreams. Bared. Empty, deaf, cries out mutely, and closes the book on his life. Obsessed with opposites and tying the knot, the blind creator, what was once, what wasn't there, suddenly strangles the number, the decade. No circulation permitted afterward. What didn't come before, what preceded the envelope, the vibration is lost on the batch, an unfortunate leak of warm, dry air in a humid backdrop. Hope's desk of irritation collapses every expectation. Phased. It flows from the rod in hand, a smooth sort of anti-solution. That still liquid is transferred to the device, made by a device, just to breathe out again. The feet tells of the worlds we've been to. Observe the blue-tinted white void on which the time-honored East graces the page, power of tradition, cradle of ink. Note. The creator looked out at a failed work, myriad lifetimes hitting a hard 24. Letter of projection going back to square zero. Quote the conscious essay. Waiting for the back lot to grow to maturity. And finally, after eons, after tragic age, epoch's end, rage, the false prophet. Proclaiming generations and generations of res, new and old alike. Beauty revised, interpreting the spectrum, all the motion and energy, remembering man 20. Earl could have been his name, but the actual thing was much less becoming, unless he was thumbing his nose at propriety and societal and often fake professionalism. Now, that was about a man I knew named Trevor Waite, about 15, 16 years ago. I became obsessed with him. I think he was kind of obsessed with me, but we're not gonna. It's a long time ago. Whoever it is that he's with right now, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna stalk you or anything like that. But I just wanted to let you guys know it's about this person. And every time I listen to Enya, I think about him. Anyway, Well, I mean, no longer, that doesn't happen anymore, but I used to think about him. Anyway, Eureka's Revenge. The insane obsessed will hang on to his end. His destruction reads a world, waiting for the discs to stop or start spinning, and hatching the plot, vying once again for secrecy, privacy. Where did that go? Okay, trips like movie scenes flashing before the clairvoyant count, alphabetized and sorted. Born into this intellectual handiwork, can change and has changed the brother of infinity, the daughter of the mind, and son of begotten meekness. Humility, queen's humility, and secretiveness, climbed the meadow to worship. For 70 years it reigned, the new Noahs of generosity. Overture. It's been a while since I've read these out. I looked at them. I was cleaning my apartment, what's left of it, today, and I came across this stack. They were out of order, but this is the revised version of whatever it is I called the book. I don't remember what I called it. It's over there somewhere. Overture. Turf, moated on the non, dashing off to a few beams, journeying dangerously off an edge. Fear is replaced, zenith longing, and whimsy at the prospect of sudden exit. A sad note to an electronic beat storm. There is light without sound in the sky, sunset's song, contentment a truth melody, the multifaceted raving being, indigenous or not, making the long line switch once again in the obligatory line, 3 words and address the accepted introduction. Everything as was foretold would, while not erased, would be forgotten until the right day. It's coming, imminent. The darkness fills its nightly doubt about so many nights, and as many sheets, the actual none, a cloudy comfort, a heavenly proper rim. Sleep is an Escher-esque body, filled with time and wonder, heat and cold, places to bed down, hundreds of them. The view was the point of this journey. Here we go. On music. Product nothing. Senses the approach of he. It is a person out of view, a room sideways of a blue happiness, finding the right wire, the frequency, finding the poem, reclaiming I have no idea what I wrote. Descendants. Ending the season of doubt, years ending, sending away the Jack Nicholsons and the billions of admirers. They depart the conversation at command, and they cover the ground with liquid. Then the sickest song is over-selected, and the transferred to leagues print the right and the argument peacefully and hidden. Article. I really don't like Jack Nicholson, but that's just me. It's just my opinion. He's a chauvinist, but never mind. Article. Ashes from Death's Ship, a melodic, nonsensical, fruitless journey. Part of this journey, the hull arrived intact, but the rest of the ship being built still, conversations had to pass, people had to grow and evolve with each successive second generation genius flower. Hot double sun, cold October moon is cloud, diamonds and those things. They rain from the sky by the trillions and clean away the false hope, the romance of the date, the imaginary date with destiny. The air between us was light and stress-free. The joke was clear. There was no line, no way to cross over to that unrealistic dream of belonging to someone. Too much is given upon both ends, too many tricks untried. That named after a street, and rings don't come off, never lost, never completely lost. Ounce. Let's go ahead and kill this.